So why do you have Kier as the party leader?
So, okay. So on the last episode, we got messed up real hard.
Well, we got through all the cutscenes and the village and saving Setsuna and everything, and then we didn't save.
Yeah, we didn't save, then we died to some really hard enemies that I figured out how to run away from things, so there's that for the future. But I figured we were a little bit underleveled and a couple of things like that, so I've been grinding, so I figured I'd show this just on footage for a second. Oh, really? I guess I didn't get the
First strike.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
whatever.
the little dude.
It's not that big of a deal, but it does make it a lot easier to kill the roly-poly. Because it doesn't have... It has higher physical evasion than it does tech evasion.
Yes.
And I think when it's roly-poly, it's even higher.
I like how they have color differences, which
Oh,
also reminds
roly-poly.
me of how, I mean,
There we
they've
go.
been creating a couple of like new types of Pokemon for Sun and Moon, but I really like it how they're doing the alternative types.
Yeah. Yeah, so like there's Ice Sandshrew.
And a nice Ninetales. Vulpix and Ninetales.
Yeah, I never really cared too much about Ninetales, but...
but they're so pretty. Also, it just reminded me because these guys have multiple tails too.
But I just wanted to point out, that was an experience. And a bunch of things. Now, for frame of reference, most fights get you about 69 experience, and that fight is repeatable as much as you want. So the reason why I got Kier as the party leader is because Kier most reliably can kill that thing.
Because of his, like, fireball or whatever else he has.
So I specifically, everybody's yelling at me that it says scrap mechanic. Oh, I see.
Oh.
Let's see. I don't know. I don't know what to title I Am Setsuna for the stream.
Well,
Ever.
aren't we on our way to the last lands at some point? Or snow? You should have something to do with snow.
Okay, there we go. Fixed it. So for people
They are
on,
trudging through snow repeatedly.
so for people on YouTube wondering, yes, this was streamed like everything else for the most part, and everybody was like, says you're playing Scrap Mechanic, which I'm not actually sure if it did, but it didn't change the title. Originally it was Uber Swag, which is a little weird. So we changed the stream title over to My Feet Are Cold. Oh, right.
Have you ever figured out the cooking?
No. I don't care. At this point, I'm probably going to get through the entire game without finding out. But yeah, that thing that I keep killing, by the way, drops a ton of fairly valuable materials. So at this point, we've actually bought every single weapon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, except for kind of the like older
I can only assume the next
stuff.
areas you go to, they'll have new gear, though.
Yeah. Mithril would be interesting, but I'm gonna leave strengthening for later. It doesn't seem that like it's that worthwhile, seeing as we're gear treadmilling really hard here. So we're gonna buy 7 tents and 5 ethers. There we go. So now we've got about 10 tents, 10 ethers, and now we don't have to think about it anymore. I think that's it, so we can actually progress. And I'm gonna save before I go through that pass. Though obviously I've saved many times before we actually did this session. I don't know what it is about this game, but the moment we start playing it, my voice starts hurting, and it's just like...
It knows that you're gonna have to voice dude. And
Yeah.
it's already starting
It's
to
not
crackle.
even dude, it's just that I have to... Oh, I was supposed to save before we went through here. I'll probably use a tent too. Yeah, maybe not actually. Okay, why don't we switch up the party? So, Kier sucks. I mean, he's okay, but he's not great. Setsuna's okay. Eterna's okay.
So, do you think those symbols next to those three are types of magic, and like
Yeah,
Dude and Endear are just
maybe?
like nothing?
Which is weird because Endear actually has magic that he can use. I'm curious about the symbol. I wonder if it has
Well,
a
I mean, that one
significance.
in the middle with Kier, it looks vaguely like the symbol for fire.
Yeah, it's true.
He.
But she's time. And that's, I mean, this is literally just her hair thing.
Well, it looks like it could be an amorphism of the symbol for light. Have you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Because if you ever look at the like kanji for that, they're similar.
Okay, but so there we go.
Yeah, and that fox kitsune thing was the thing that murdered you the last
Sort
time. But
of.
there were 3 of them.
Yeah.
The last I recall.
So they're still there.
Wow, you just annihilated them.
This is what happens when you grind a little bit too much, but I wanted to avoid this. And then I found out. Let's see, I'm gonna sneak up here just a little bit. Okay, see these 3? They're not actually the same. They're a recolored version of the fox kitsune that we just fought. But they're level like 40, maybe 50.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like they do hundreds of damage. Whereas like right now, oh yeah, I can see enemy HP now, which is rather helpful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was that an ability you had to acquire?
It's one of the talismans you can pick up. Let's see. So we want to go this direction.
Secret passages.
And a random glitch
Vertical
line.
line.
Yeah. It's the 2 tiles are stitched together there, like it's a 3D model.
Sir Endir, who's saying that?
I have no idea. Sir Endir. I wish to speak to you in private. Please come alone. I shall be waiting up ahead. Huh? Is something wrong, Endir? Let's take a rest.
It's unusual to hear you say that sort of thing, Endir.
Aha! I know what it is. Huh? What is? Come on. Let the man have his dignity. The water's different in different places. This sort of thing's bound to happen on a long journey. It's funny imagining you, all in a cold sweat underneath that mask of yours, though. Go on, hurry up and do what you need to do.
What? Does he mean
He's
go to the
saying-
bathroom?
He's saying we've got the shits.
Oh.
Oh, it's the small man.
The mysterious man.
I must say, I could not believe my own small eyes. To what small end are you accompanying the sacrifice on her small journey? Are you waiting for a small chance to execute your small mission? You're not going to tell me that you have switched small sides, are you? Depending on the circumstances, we may end up having to cross small swords. I would advise you to think carefully before answering this small question. Why have you not killed the small sacrifice? I'll kill her eventually. Eventually is not good enough. If she is not disposed of, immediately I shall be unable to face my small master.
Why did you say that? You should have clearly said you don't want to kill her.
I mean, we're lying to him. Were you reluctant to commit the small grave crime of sacrifice murder? Is that it? Or perhaps you have developed a small personal attachment to her. Why must the sacrifice even be killed? Because my small master has ordered it. That is all I can say. Even if I myself were reluctant, I cannot go against my small master's orders. It does not appear that you are daunted by your small task. However, that only makes me wonder all the more why you've not yet killed her. She's already destined to die. Perhaps that is indeed true. The small life of the small sacrifice is destined to come to an end in the small last lands.
Last ones are not
Her small death is inevitable, regardless of whether or not we take action. Even if we do nothing, the small sacrifice will die. Therefore, there is no need for us to go out of our way to kill her.
Wait, you just talked him around his own logic?
Well, that's just what he's repeating. Is that what you wish to say, small Sir Endir? I want her death to have meaning. The sacrifice continues on her small pilgrimage, fully prepared for death, does she not? She intends to give her own small life in order to play her part in protecting the small world. I too am prepared to readily give my own life for my small master. It is not that I cannot comprehend the small pride she carries in her small heart. I came to you with this small mission, Sir Endir, because I was ordered to by my small master. However, it is certainly true that if the small young lady is already prepared for death, then why? No, please pay me no small mind. let me ask you one last small question. What do you intend to do next, small Serendir? I want to see her journey through.
I want to grant her wish. But, oh well.
I mean, it's about the same thing. I honestly don't think if we actually...
But why are there two choices? It'd be interesting if what you say actually...
I hope not.
...influences the end.
I take it you shall not go back on your small word. Dear me. Even if it was on orders from my small master, I am loath to do this sort of thing.
Is he gonna...
Very well. I shall keep the matter of the sacrifice's small assassination to myself. However, please remember one small thing. You and I are now complete small strangers, small Serendir. Even if we should meet again, our small lips shall remain tightly sealed. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You're doing the whole small thing from the beginning?
Yeah,
Why?
because
You didn't
that
even
is how the man talks. It's like a lisp.
talk to, but now it's not there
It's like
anymore.
a lisp. It's compulsory. He must say it. I had to do it. I did it in the beginning and it just feels right, especially because he doesn't show up very often. If it was like dude, it would be a problem, but... Anyway, that was a long trip. You didn't get attacked by monsters while you were washing your hands, did you? Finally, I'm sick of waiting. Come on, let's go. Move it.
Endir, is something wrong?
Don't die before this journey's over.
Huh? Why are you saying that all of a sudden?
You're a strange guy, Endir. Yeah, really.
What, did you just realize? All right, break time's over. We don't have time to be hanging around like this.
Do I go up? Well, let's go up. I think it was a dead end, but there might be an ingredient there. I didn't really look. Oh, there's a treasure chest, but yeah, it's still locked. There's already a Steam guide specifically on where all of them are located, which I find kind of nice.
It's interesting how it automatically reassembled your party like this, correct?
Yeah.
It wants this.
Well, no, this is what I had before.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but I thought you had Cure, Eterna,
No.
and...
I reordered the party before we came into this zone.
I see.
Yes, somebody was asking what the crazy AoE I'm using is. It's Cyclone, I just renamed it to hit stuff. I love the fact that you can rename moves. Makes no sense, but is amusing nonetheless. Nice thing is, because I've done all that grinding, we pretty much can blitz through much of this game for a while. It does kind of remove the, I'm gonna say the challenge of it, but honestly, even before I did the grinding, most of these enemies were kind of comically easy. Oh, did I actually equip the best weapons here? Yes.
I don't know if you did.
Okay, had to double check. Oh yeah, let's turn off combat voices. I don't really feel like listening to them anymore. Because, yeah, this is just combat. If there was voice acting for this game, I'd leave voice on, maybe.
Wait, but the hero's voice, did you see that?
You know what? This is mostly so I don't have to hear Kier's voice.
Oh.
I'm gonna be totally honest. Like, everything else,
Kill.
all of the other voices I'm pretty okay with. But Kier's is just, that, like, kind of like, I don't know, I know why they picked that voice, but I just don't like it.
Do you know what's one thing I've always wondered?
But
Like, you know when you're listening to the Japanese, with subtitles, kind of anime,
yeah.
and you're like listening to the voices, it's interesting because the voices are just so different from how we would talk. Like, the girls are especially high.
Yeah.
High-pitched and whatnot. And I'm just thinking, is that just a product of talking the language? Or is it that...
I mean, it's probably choice of voice actor more than anything else.
Well, that too. But I'm just wondering if, like, talking in a different language changes your voice, in a way.
Probably.
Like, I wonder like what they would sound like if they spoke English, or if somehow someone was able to almost fluently speak Japanese. It's an interesting thing.
What's this thing?
The Aparth Ruins.
I'm gonna save before we go in.
It looks futuristic and interesting. But it has the symbol. Can you bring Eterna out and maybe she'll know what it is? Or we haven't...
She might?
We haven't encountered any situation like this before.
Yeah. It's locked.
Nah.
I guess not. Well,
maybe it just means that that's the same people that created that giant mech that attacked the village.
maybe.
It had the symbol on its back, too.
Yeah, it's true. We're gonna go with dude first. So interesting thing about this game is that, you know, normally there's kind of an initiative order based on how fast your ATB meter fills up, except for if you get the jump on the enemy, at which point whomever's the first in your party, always goes first. So in this case...
Oh, crap.
Craft!
No, but these ones have more spikes, and they're sort of chilly looking.
In this case, I think dude might actually be the better as a second member, but I could be wrong. But this way, if I want to lead with dude's aerial slam, that's how it works. Looks like we're gonna be walking across ice for a while. We got no guarantee it won't crack, and if we fall into the sea, we're done for. I've been here once already.
Did you make it across?
Nope, drowned. I fell in the sea and almost died. I gave up after that, obviously. Wise decision, I'd say. It's gonna be hard for anyone to get across here unless they really know what they're doing.
There should be a village near here. Ryberg. Maybe we'll be able to find someone there who knows how to get across safely.
Let's go there and hire a guide. Yeah, I agree. That'll be the surest and safest way.
Yes, I think that's the best way to make sure we all get across safely. All right, it's settled. Let's head to Ryberg. Hopefully we can find someone to help us get across.
Let's see. Oh, come on. Recolor? I mean, it's cool.
Recolor. I know that they add like a couple more horns and recolor them.
Yeah.
But they're not much
That's a
different.
shame. I know it's kind of a staple of like old school JRPGs, but at the same time, like, this had a pretty big budget, and so far this is striking me as probably one of the shorter,
Not to mention it takes place in all one environment type.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe this game could be a hell of a lot longer than I gave it credit for, but yeah.
I can understand recolors for when you're going from one region to another, and it's like, here you had forest wolves, now you have ice wolves.
Yeah.
Kind of deal, but...
I don't know. I guess I'm not too salty about it, but this is part of the reason why, like, I don't feel bad about, like, overgrinding. It's like, hooray, I don't have to fight the slightly different version. I really suck at, the timing on his momentum attack.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, main guy, easy peasy. Dude, not so much so. I don't know why.
Maybe because it's a tad slower.
Yeah.
Heard something.
Oh, yeah. There's an ingredient. Yeah, this sort of game can last ages. Actually, is your Mac still on?
Yes, why?
You want a quick check to see?
We're gonna play.
I just want to see how long the game is, because somebody's got to have already said how long the game, like, takes to beat.
Ooh, that looks... Is that just the end of the world, or what?
No, it's some creepy barrier. We'll probably find out what it is. Or does, or whatever.
Maybe the people in Ryberg are like, help us! We can't go south.
Aww. What's going on? There ain't a soul to be seen. You think they're all hiding, like, in Kier's village? What? So the same thing's happening here? The monsters really seem to be changing rapidly.
Still, it's too quiet here. It could be that it's been destroyed by monsters like Sarandale.
What do you think, Endir? The village is undamaged. Yeah, now that you mention it, it doesn't seem like the village has been laid to waste by monsters, does it? Which means maybe everyone's hiding somewhere, after all.
Well, shall we try having a look around the village? Maybe the villagers are all just hiding away somewhere.
Maybe the villagers are monsters. And then they're all just hiding away from us or something.
I mean, hiding seemed to be the method of Kier's village. Ooh, a bunch of crafts surrounding a little boy.
I can see someone. Look over there. Graph! Looks like you had a close shave, kid.
They're all just wiggling about.
Charge.
My cousin had hermit crabs as a kid, and I just thought they were odd pets.
Yeah.
Like, crabs are... They're just one step off of being just some slightly aquatic bug.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
I always have that problem with crustaceans.
Mm-hmm. Are you all right? You're not hurt, are you?
Who are?
There's no need to be scared. We're travelers. Are the rest of the villagers all right?
Everyone was taken.
Taken?
To the cave. Cave? The Blackwhelm cave near here. The monster took them. Ah, just what we need. Whole village has been kidnapped? Go and help them.
If we all work together, I'm sure we can rescue them.
Good grief. Journey's been one step forward, two steps back the whole way.
We'll bring all the others back safely. So you just stay hidden until we get back. All right?
Okay.
In any other film, like, the boy would pop up behind you and have terror fangs and be like...
Turns out the boy is the boss. And he has totally disappeared.
Like,
He's the ringleader all along.
It'd be funny if you just saw the merchants in here. Like, yep, the whole village is gone, but...
Huh.
What?
Just realized all of the locked chests have a Eterna symbol on them. Okay, so the merchants are gone too.
Yeah. It's just that I'm always skeptical when everyone's missing except one child. Though, I suppose it works. Remember Aliens, right?
Kinda, yeah.
And Newt only survived with her with her older brother because they were small enough to go into the ventilation shafts and hide in, what was it? It was like some kind of compactor or airflow junction.
It's been a while, and I've only ever seen it once.
Right, because I forced you to. You had
Yeah.
never seen the Alien films before.
I mean, it's not forced so much as actually strongly suggested it. I don't know. I don't really watch stuff on my own. I usually read something. Manga, anime. There's a lot of, like, those vertical lines now. I wonder why. It's kind of a shame.
Is it the game, or is it your
It's
screen?
the game. It might be having trouble with 1080p. Because this is...
Is there anything south? I just want you to check first before going
Okay.
into the cave.
I mean, I usually look around regardless.
'Cause there's
It's
just
probably
sparkly.
an ingredient. Yeah, it was just an ingredient. There's a lot of wasted map space in this game, which I'm kind of saddened by.
Yeah, I mean, if there are ingredients, they should be special ones.
Like, this is the deadest world map I've ever seen in a
Well, at least they
in an
don't have
RPG.
random animal encounters. Because
I kind of wish they had that.
look,
It's the dumb seal things again.
and they explode, but they have spikes now, and they're an interesting color scheme, to say the least.
Prickly puff puff.
A prickly puff. The funny thing about their rear fins is they just look like feet.
Yeah, they look
And they
like
wiggle
people
them.
feet. Oh god, they do a lot of damage. And there's no way to get away from that either. Which is
Ooh.
really frustrating almost. Well,
That's because they self-destruct.
yeah. That's why I gotta get the jump on them. Oh. I guess I'd also go back and use a tent or something. Though there's probably gonna be a save point before the...
What?
Huh? That's a person wrapped up like a cocoon. What the hell happened here?
Quick, we need to help whoever's inside. Don't tell me there are ice spiders. Come on, let's get rid of these things, and fast.
The problem is these are all scripted battles, so I don't get to use cool things against them. If we do X strike against that guy, oh, that was just charge? What?
Uh-oh. Hey, that was something.
Let's see, that guy's still alive. Honestly, not too worried about the seal.
Ah, but it's gonna rush forward and then probably blast itself.
Okay, dude, aerial strike him. I don't know where that's gonna knock him to. Nah, he's probably still gonna hit Endir. Yeah. Should have done a spin slash, but it doesn't
Let's
matter.
just hope. I mean, I thought the underwater spider in Song of the Deep was weird, but an ice spider?
I've heard of it.
What?
Video games have had it frequently enough in the past. Thanks, you saved my neck. But who are you people?
Hey, he's a well-built man. Why are you
Yeah.
giving him a weak man voice?
That's not a weak man voice. It's just a weird man voice.
We're passing travelers. We came here to rescue you and the other villagers.
I am in your debt, travelers. While I was asleep, my limbs were bound by means of magic. When I awoke, I found I had been brought here. Did you see the monster? I did. My consciousness was hazy, but I never forget the sight of it. It was a small but hideous creature. Was everyone captured? The whole village was empty. Probably. That traveler may well have been captured too.
Traveler?
That's right. He said he was looking for a Sprit Knight. If he left the village right after that, he's probably alright though. Anyway, you go back to the village and stay hidden. We'll take care of things here. What strong people you are, unflinching even when faced with such a fearsome monster.
He said it was incredibly small.
Thank you. I shall leave it in your hands. I hope we can meet again.
I'm really wondering if it's gonna be an evil Furby.
I hope to God I never have to voice act that guy again. I just made up the voice on the spot, and I'm like, I'm totally gonna forget and or hate myself for having to continue with it. Anyway.
Let's head further inside. We need to make sure no other people are still being held captive.
Treasure chest.
Woohoo.
Does that match anybody's symbol? No. What do you think? That random traveler is going to be our last party member?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not. It's a girl, remember?
I mean, but like, it was like a night chick.
It is a night chick. But she's not gonna be for a little while at the very least. A prickly puff puff.
Okay. There we go. Close enough. And that's how you knock them all away and how you don't take damage. Okay, grab all these things. And no, not all of my voices are going to be exactly the most appropriate. Oh really? They already have like fire 2 and stuff.
Yeah, have
Alright.
you ever been able to upgrade things? Or a valiant poem.
Never seen that
What's
one
that?
before.
Interferes the flow of time. Interesting. So he'd be like a bard?
Maybe.
I always wanted to play a bard in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. That'd be something to try out. Then I could sing all the time.